Welcome back to part 2 with Malgorzata from Poland. Today we cover the exact classroom demos you could borrow, like the umbrella demo, so that teachers can stop punishing symptoms and start matching supports at school. We talk about healing in real life, and her son visits his birth mom's grave and meets his siblings. We cover what resilience looks like for caregivers so that you can keep going without burning out. So grab your shoes or a snack because the FASD Success Show is back.
Welcome to the FASD Success Show, the only podcast where you can get real-world information about fetal alcohol spectrum disorder. This show will help you create calm in the chaos, have hope for the future, and more importantly, save your sanity so you don't lose your flippin' mind. Now, here's your host, caregiver turned world FASD educator, Jeff Noble.
Welcome to episode 173 of the FASD Success Show. I'm your host, Jeff Noble. If you're catching this in the school pickup lane, on dish duty, or sneaking a quick 5 quiet minutes, dude, in the laundry room, or perhaps like a root cellar somewhere, you're in the right place, okay? Because this podcast is all about creating more FASD success. How do we do that? By sharing stories, solid strategies, and having honest conversations with researchers, caregivers, and individuals who know this journey inside and out. At the end of the day, it's all about creating more good days at home, at school, and in the community. That's why this show exists. It exists to bring you voices from around the world who get it. Because oftentimes we feel very alone and very isolated like nobody does. But when you're here for the next hour or so, with us, we get it, and we love you. And there is only one thing better than hearing voices from around the world on this podcast, is being in the same room with those people who get it. We are just a week away. I am leaving next week to head to both Calgary and Edmonton to do the FASD Success Show live, dude. I am stoked because it's not just like a sit and listen. It is a sit and listen and participate and learn. I have done these live podcasts twice before at our live events for our coaching program in Orlando and then in Toronto. And it's just a great format that works. So just kind of picture it like you're coming to a live taping. But then what we're going to do is take the science, and then I'm going to share how I would use that science in an everyday life situation. We're going to be talking to Dr. Long. He's going to make early prenatal exposure make sense. He's done a lot of work on that. Dr. Bodner is going to break down the gut and the brain, FASD. It's so fascinating. And then in Calgary, we're going to get Dr. McMorris on mental health. In Edmonton, Dr. Pai on what's actually working. And of course, Dr. LaBelle is going to show us about the FASD brain and the work she's doing with her neuroimaging lab, and invite the participants to be a part of the research. So it's cool. I'm actually flying in a few days early with my boy, Kevin, the editor. And on the Friday, they are going to film me getting a 3D face model, which is cool. And then I'm going to do a brain scan. I'm going to go in an MRI. And one of the main goals is for continued research. And so what do we know about individuals on the spectrum? We know that, and anybody, who is asked or invited to participate and you're not sure what it looks like. So it could be anxiety inducing. So what we do is we want to show people this is what it really looks like. And so hopefully that eliminates some of that barrier about what happens in a study. And it's just amazing work that Dr. LaBelle and her lab and the rest of the gang are doing. And so I believe it's impactful, and it's about knowledge transformation, making sure we could speak the science in a way that folks understand. And that's what I do. I'm not the scientist, but I've made a living off helping people understand the disability and the nuances of it, and having these conversations with people like doctors and professionals and teachers and other family members. That's why I'm doing this. So it's Calgary, October 4th, Edmonton, October 5th. We're closing registration September 29th because we have to lock in catering. So we're going to feed you. We're going to teach you. So to go get tickets, go to fasdsuccess.com/the FASD Success Show live. And then you grab your tickets, and then I'm going to see you there. It's going to be sweet. So by Monday morning, you're going to leave with words that work, and you're going to leave with a plan for Monday. I can't wait. If you're coming, come say hi, all that stuff. All right, back to today's episode. Back to Malgorzata from Poland. This is part 2. If you want part 2, it's episode 172, but you don't need it for today. Part 2 stands strong on its own, my dudes. We're talking classroom tools, a film school, conference leadership, and real family resilience. I'm talking about her son takes a brave step with his birth family. After the interview, I'm going to come back, do a recap and wrap up, and we'll get out of here. So if you're ready, I'm ready. All right, let's go. Okay. So, dude, honestly, it's been a year since we talked. And I know a lot's going on. I follow your social medias, and we'll have to make sure we say those again. So tell me, what's changed personally, and what's going on with your business and the advocacy since then, like the big ones the past year?
Yeah, advocacy and the stuff and my exercises and my trainings and what I want to do after my work, because I'm still working for Google, so I'm not quit
Yeah.
from my job, because for
Yeah.
some yet because I have time, and I can to share this time for work, children, and this Fasmisia. So I can say that Fasmisia is explore, because explode.
Yeah. Mhm.
Because a lots of people who invite me to the school or on conference, and they listening my version and my way about FASD, they like very much. So they invite me. I'm living in not north, only south of Poland. But most of time I'm spending on north of Poland. I don't know why, but they want me
Oh,
mostly. So
in the north.
yeah, so I can say a lot of good things have happened regarding FASD since our last meeting. And
Yeah, fine.
yeah, National Center of Prevention. We have in Poland some organization, National Center of Prevention of Addiction. So they start to organize some training for nurses, for doctors, for teachers. And I think they have money, public money. So private organization start to collaborate with this organization national, and they have money for training from FASD topic. And when
Okay.
people know that I'm an adoption mom, they trying to to involve me. I'm only one
Mhm.
person, so I cannot to divide, but I cannot to no not divide, only how to say
You're right.
clone me,
You're,
yeah.
oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. You're
uh
right. That's like dividing you two. It means the same thing. You can't be cloned, but okay. So, are they paying you though, dude?
Not national center, but this organization, yes. So I received a proposal to record a film, a movie with a well-known Polish actress. What? Yeah, she heard my presentation during the September conference around 9 of September, as you know, the FASD
Yeah.
day. And she liked the way I talk about FASD. This actress is very common. She's promoting fostering parents in Poland. So people know her, and she's good actress. So she called me and said, "Hey, I heard you. I saw you, and I have some proposal. I mean, project, and I want to invite you to the movie." So we did it. So we have
Whoa,
movie.
that's great.
Yeah, this is an education movie about FASD,
Okay. Mhm.
dedicated for students, and the premiere will be in September, 9 of September this year.
This year, so
Yeah,
you've already filmed it.
yeah, on May we filmed that. So it
Oh,
will be distributed free of charge to all school across the Poland under
wow.
Ministry of Health. So you know,
Whoa,
yeah,
dude, that's amazing. Congratulations.
thank you. And this is amazing because when they discovered that Margaret is doing this kind of activity, they don't know me, yeah, in Poland. A lot of people don't recognize Margaret as a person who create Fasmisia on Facebook.
Right, right.
But I need time. I know that this is 4 years I'm doing that.
Not yet, but, you get lots of engagement on your social media posts, so it's a small but mighty group, and that's what this is about. It's about connecting with folks who have bigger circles than you do,
Yeah,
and when you just keep doing what you love, people will take notice, right? Because it's the passion that comes through. It doesn't matter really the words and how smart you sound. It's what's coming from the passion. I could feel just how dedicated you are to this. You mentioned that about your mission and it was just getting started, but it is growing. Do you feel like there's been any inroads in terms of professionals getting it, like even anecdotally, which means from your experience at workshops? Do you ever have professionals, engage with you, and what is the response like? Are they resistant, or do they say, "Wow, I never thought of it that way," or a mix of
the
both?
second, the second. It is like because I think the prevention activity, I mean education in school and the meeting with teenagers, this is the core activity because I believe in prevention of FASD. Yeah, no fuss because the people will be knowing what is alcohol during pregnancy. Its meaning. The teachers are coming after my conference, my meeting, and they telling with they crying, even they crying,
Mm.
they telling, "Oh my God, I have a 20 or 30 years experience, and you show me mistakes I did." So it was like, for me, it is like, so I'm telling very common, I mean, like a mom person. My son finished primary school. This is the great news this year. He finished primary school. So he passed, yes, eight
Yeah.
years in the primary school. So I'm giving them since first of class to eighth of class. I'm giving what happened, what's going on, how behavior was, what the teachers was response. So I think they start to treat me, these teachers, even psychologists, like a partner, not
Mm.
only like only mom, mother, but like a partner. And for me, it is the most valuable, I think.
Oh, that is awesome. Speaking about families, you are obviously willing to speak about FASD publicly. Are you seeing more Polish families willing to talk publicly?
There is, I think, still they maybe not shame, but they don't have brave, but they cannot. I don't know why they cannot, to go public and to speak about it. So they prefer sending message. Yeah, Margaret, please come to my school. Margaret, please
Yeah,
come.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
doing like that still. So I think maybe it is not a shame. Maybe this is not shame, only brave. I don't know. Maybe I'm braver than they. I don't know. Maybe because I like speak, I like to discover and to meet new people
Yep.
because I'm such kind of person and I have a good teacher. You
Oh, well, that's nice to hear.
every time I'm telling about Jeff Noble from Canada, and everybody is, even this even your book,
Yeah.
because Jeff, in Canada we have Margaret Tomaniuk. She is in Canada and she's doing a lots of activity in Poland, but from Canada, only online.
Right.
So Canada, we have two person, you and
There
Margaret,
you
yeah. So
go. Well, and then in Poland, now they have you.
we have a lots of organization and foundation. When people and parents who take care of children with FASD, they can do diagnostic and they can find support. And I see when I public some information, when I'm going on a conference or I was at school, they start doing the same. I mean, this year really explode because all organization or foundation who is existing in Poland has some kind of activity in FASD information. They inform to the Facebook or Instagram or YouTube. They organize.
Posting.
Yeah, they yes,
Post.
yes.
They are posting. But you can't clone yourself. So what are you going to do? You can't be everywhere. You mentioned the film is a part of that, correct? To say, well, what else is going on? Moving forward, what are you involved in? I am assuming you're going to continue speaking. That's a passion. You have a film coming out, really cool. But what else is going on in the next year?
Oh, next year. Yeah. The movie I told you, recorded the second movie because some foundation invite me to. But this movie will be for adoption parents.
Oh,
So we have some education movie for children from high school, and we have for adoption parents another movie. We recorded with foundation FASD. So this is the great, and it was a very great journey because it was with psychologists, with psychiatrists.
mhm.
So we talked about
Okay.
resilience because this is very popular, word in Poland. How the adoption and parents take care of, own emotion and how they can, do anything when the problems is coming.
This is what you're saying. Resilience is a big word because this is hard to raise a kids sometimes with fetal alcohol. It demands, it requires so much energy and vigilance, awareness, supervision, all of that. And it's exhausting.
Yes.
It really is exhausting. And that's what you're saying. And I'm glad you're on the team because it seems like you have a lot of energy. You seem to be all over the place in a good way.
Since I met you, I started conducting training session for foster families, and I won my first tender to conduct a 2-day training for foster families on FASD. And you can
Good.
imagine that 2 days, it was not enough, to cover topic FASD. So it was
Agreed.
amazing because on conference I have only 1 hour, but here I have two
Ah,
days. And it was amazing because I had a small group. It was 10 people.
it was intimate. It
Ye-
was intimate. Yeah. An exchange back and forth instead of you teaching. You loved it, right? Yeah. See, I know what you're saying without even saying it, dude. We are the same, like in here, right? So I get it. I get it. And you are going to do great. The only difference between you and the success you want is time. I truly believe that. Yeah, it's just a matter of time. And you're going to be doing it. Keep
I
going.
was invited to join the scientific committee of the international FASD conference taking place in Krakow in October. And it was like, because I received the call from the person who is invited in preventive issue and topic FASD long time. And she called me. I was on sea, our Polish Sea Baltic, and it was like, hey, Margaret, I want to invite you. We want to, people who is organized it on national scientific committee, an international conference. Will be the keynotes will be from Spain, and we want to in our committee. And what you will say? And I said, what? Me?
But
How it is possible? And she said, yes,
I'll
yes.
tell you how.
Yeah, yes, Margaret, we want to, and you will be a moderate. I will be moderate one day. I will moderate, this day of conference, and I will be evaluating abstracts of FASD research.
Oh, so you'll be evaluating the abstract. So
Yeah,
people will be
yeah.
putting in applications, and then you will be looking at the research part of the abstracts.
This is huge honor for me.
Well, look at you, fancy pants. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. Because listen, man, you're working still. You're a mom, you're a wife, and you're doing this on the side. Like, how is your daughter doing?
Daughter is going to first of class, and she's very bit nervous because he has problems with memory. She has fully FAS, but we support her, and we choose school, the new one, integration. I mean, this is not special needs, but integration where there is 18 children and 5 only has some support needs, special needs, not support needs.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this school, I think, will be good, but I'm calm when I'm talking about a school for my children, because my son finished the best school ever, and the director of this school sent me message, Margaret, if you need Hannah to be in our school, very welcome. So you are very welcome. So I choose another one for my Hannah now, but I know school is a problematic in Poland, really, because the normal school is not fit for our children. And this kind of the special one, I mean, they have professionalists. I mean, the
Yeah.
tiflopedagogical, yeah. The parents need to, to driving lots of kilometers to drive children there.
Yes. Yes.
So it is not so easy, but I think because our children are going to different school now, and to different kind of region, so it is not a problem, the driving and this road, it is not a problem, but the time in the school and the teachers and the children's and the parents these children's, this is the key because they need to
Yeah.
understand our children. So I'm calm, I'm very calm. So she's starting first class and my son same. Today we had a meeting with new director of school because my son has want to be car mechanical.
Yeah.
So
Yes. You're right. Mechanic.
so the director was very surprised because she asked a lot of questions to my son. We, my husband and me, was on this meeting, and my son has, the answer. And she said, "Wow, how it is possible that you have goal? You have 15 years old." But yes, we are teaching
Or-
our son. We are, to provide them to be. He needs to be
Keep-
somewhat independent. Yes.
Like, yeah, it's called autonomy. You're teaching skills for independence
Yes.
on their own eventually, right?
Yes.
Yes. That's awesome.
So I'm very calm in this area. I mean, the school, high school, and the primary school. I'm very calm.
Yeah. Well, but you're passionate, which is important. Now, tell everybody where they can find you. I know Instagram, Facebook, like where are my friends going to go to just follow you, because you're doing great work.
Only on Facebook now because I don't have, unfortunately, I don't have time to, to develop, for example, YouTube or Instagram. But I have one
I
proposition. Some person who know what I'm doing sends me some, activity and even proposal of topic to record some movie about what is FASD on YouTube. And I think it will happen maybe this year, on YouTube we start to
It's
show.
no rush. Me too. I've tried twice. Like life gets in the way, right? Because you need to do it consistently. And it's hard when you're doing all these other things. So yeah, don't rush it. Your phone is ringing, right? Like what would you do with 10 times the amount of call? You couldn't like that's a great problem to have.
Mhm.
You're going to do so good. I can tell. We have to do this in a year. We almost need to keep doing the updates and seeing what you're doing because it's happening so fast. Keep up the good work.
Jeff, but do you remember you asked me the last year, asked me about the diamond because I was using diamonds in my
Yeah,
presentation.
about the kid. Yes.
Yeah, but now I have something great, you know?
Oh, you want to answer that one? Okay, cool, cool. Okay,
Look,
okay, okay. So this is another strategy to explain it. Okay, go ahead. The floor
yeah,
is yours.
I'm using, the umbrella because I want to share and tell people about FASD symptoms from umbrella. Yeah. So I'm having this umbrella even in the school and on conference, and I'm telling I need 5 people come to under umbrella and they going, and I'm telling that this is FASD and this is I want to show them the problems with FASD in Poland. So the people is coming and they laughing because they don't know what will be happen the next. they're standing, and I'm telling and asking people, I mean, the audience, I'm asking, hey, if I will tell these people from Umbrella, their parents, their mothers drinking alcohol were they pregnant, and they might have FASD symptoms. So tell me when you will discover, when you will find out that something wrong with these people. So the answers are different, but even I'm asking these people under Umbrella if they will tell the colleague that they have some problems, for example, with time or with counting, with mathematics. So
Yeah.
this is great because I want, and I'm using your words. Look, people, they talk normal, they look normal, but they can have some symptoms. And if they don't want, for example, talk about some problems, because in Poland we are not so open, yes, even maybe not in Poland,
Understood.
but a lot of people don't want to talk about some problems they have, some issue.
Because then it goes, yeah.
Yeah, but and I think this umbrella showing that this is the great, it comes to me, because we are telling in Poland umbrella FASD, umbrella symptoms, umbrella.
Yeah.
And this is great. Jeff, please do that. Can you do that with your
Like this?
yeah, and listen what I'm yeah, and look what I'm doing. Please tick this a ring of a finger to the cheek. This is not cheek or chin. This is what is it?
Chin. Cheek.
Cheek. Yeah,
Cheek.
chin. So I'm telling chin, but I'm showing chin. Yes, chin.
Oh, I see. I understand.
So
I understand.
people
You said,
doing yeah, so
put it
people
on
doing what we are
explode.
yeah, and this is funny because they are doing what I'm showing, not listening what I'm telling. And this is
That's smart. Yeah, it is
because
amazing.
our children is learning to to duplicate what we are doing. Yes. So when we I won't tell the people, family, normal family, when they will be, for example, drinking alcohol at home. So the children will be watching and they will be repeating in the adult when they will be adult. Yes. So I want to to open their mind to, they need to look at themselves. Yes.
Yes, that's
And
right.
to correct, for example, teacher, I'm telling teacher every time, don't curse what you are talking, because your students will be watching you and will be doing the same. Not everybody, but some of group will be doing the same. So if you are smoking, they want to be the same. Yes, doing.
Yeah.
If you
Not
are
like modeling.
yes, yes,
Modeling.
yes, modeling. Yeah. So this is
And you
to
use this.
this is great. You need to do that because
Yeah.
people, professor, I had some, very high position person. He was sitting in the first, place, and I was showing that, and I telling cheek, and he's doing like, and I say
Yeah.
no, chin,
Chin.
chin.
Chin. Yeah. You're
So
saying chin and going like the chin. And then he's going doing it. And you're
yes,
like, but that's not what you said. Yeah. That's cool. That is cool. That's a great point. Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
yeah. Every time I saw during your workshop these 5 symptoms
Mm.
of grippe, of flu. Every
Grief.
time,
Yeah.
yeah, of every time. This is works because when I want to punish from sneezing or coughing, they're watching on me and telling, "What? Are you crazy? Why you want? Because this is of symptoms of flu, but you are doing that on when I'm speaking, and this is nothing. I think it is nothing. I need to punish you." And they're telling no, and I'm saying, "Hey, my son during the primary school for symptoms of FASD has punishment. So how it is possible?"
I have to send you a video now that we're just talking like this. I show You know how they have reaction videos on Facebook? Someone is watching like a video. And so this video, this woman watching was someone cooking, but you can only see the hands.
Mhm.
So you couldn't see the face. Okay. So they're cooking, right? They're
Mhm,
cooking,
mhm,
cooking, cooking.
mhm, mhm.
And what they were making, she started going, "Oh, who's making that? Who's doing that?" Like, "Oh, that is," she starts to criticize the plate, right? By like she's judging, only seeing the hands. And then the person's like this, and they're putting it down, and then the person comes down and they have Down syndrome. And the woman goes, "Oh," you see her face change, expectations, and then start to go, "Good try. That's," just change it, right? Or if I'm in a conference, I'll do that. I'll say, okay, hard is hard, but pretend, say, someone with Down syndrome comes in the conference and they start going, "Hi, how you doing? How's it going?" And walking around and saying that, like, you see people smiling. They're just imagining it.
Mhm.
Like, it's just me, you know? And then I said, "Well, how do you feel?" Like people are laughing, like they're, someone would probably see if they need help and where they have to go, absolutely. Or he would move on and everybody's cool. So what if it was an individual with FASD comes in the room and starts going, "Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you?" How do you interpret that? As rude, disrespectful, right? XYZ, because your expectations, you could see the disability with Down syndrome, but since you can't see it, you assume because they look normal, talk normal, they're expected to act what you perceive as normal, right? People, oh yeah,
Yes,
but
yes, great.
I love doing that.
I want to share because I was telling you last
Yep.
year about my son when he, to call emergency 112 and to help some person with heart attack. And really, I think my son is amazing guy. First of all, finished primary school. Second
Yeah.
of all, he has a clear goal, I think. And for the third time, he was at a summer camp organized by former special forces soldiers. And he said that he want to go, the next year too. They have military discipline there.
Yeah.
They need to push up.
Yeah.
They do a lot of climbing, swimming, shooting. So I think for my son with FASD spectrum, this is great. So it will be for the next year, it will be fourth time he's going with the same organization, the same person who organized. They know him, and he know some. They have colleagues them, and this is the second, I think, great news because our children is very close to us. I mean, they don't want to to go on a trip. Some with energy, yes, because they want to be with mom and daddy at home when we are at home. But so this organization, this holiday, it is amazing. But I can confidently say that the determination of children with is extraordinary, and I will tell you why. Because we did our diagnosis to son FASD when he had 10 years. Now he is 15. And during this time, my son, every frustration in the school, he's going back to home. Unfortunately, he has bad words to my person as a mother, not father, mother. So I was thinking that because he knew that he is adopted and his mother passed away. So I was thinking that maybe I can start to explore the topic of forgiveness for his birth mom, because I was thinking that when he will forgive, he will start, to speak with me good words, not bad words. Under frustration will be not these bad words. And 1st of November, if you knew, in Poland, we have some All Saints Day. So we are going to graves. So I, every year after diagnose, I was asking my son, do you want to find your mother's grave? Do you want? And he's answering, no, no. And suddenly, 2 years ago, he said, yes. So we did it. So we discovered, we found, and my son lit a candle and placed it on his mother's grave. And it was very touching and moving
Yeah.
situation. But my son saw the grave was well maintained. so was clean. And we know that he has, 5 siblings. And he planned strategy. He told us that 1st of November last year. So 2 years ago, he planned that the next year, so it was last year in 2024, we go on these graves, his mom, and we'll be waiting since
Or
morning.
someone come?
Yes, I was like a soldier. I was standing, graves,
Still,
yeah,
yeah.
standing. Some couple of men and women come, and I ask them, "Who are you?" And it was very funny because why? So I said that I'm adoptive mom, the last kid, this lady.
Yeah.
And I knew that it was aunt and uncle, there's 3 siblings of my son. And she take telephone and she put the number and she said, "Hey, Eva, do you want meet your younger brother?" And we spent a lot of time there. The one sister, 29 years, 23 years sister, and the brother. The brother has 22 years and he has FASD too. And it was amazing meeting and amazing time. And I'm very thankful that I can, I think I cannot say that I am normal. We are normal family. We are not normal. Every parents who has adoptive or are there foster parents, they're extra. I think because
Yeah.
we can experience. We have a lot of experience different than normal biological parents.
Yes, it is different. And I don't know about a lot of individuals on the spectrum don't live with their biological parents. So there's a big market. That's a great story. That's an amazing story.
It's very
And
touchable
so
because I'm sharing with even with teacher. Yes, I'm telling this story and they crying every time. But I'm not telling because of crying, but I'm telling because emotion. As we know, the emotional part and our children are not so, to fit.
that,
And but this situation is normal, our son emotional side. Really, really.
wow. So are you still in touch?
Yes, they spend the Christmas time with us. They have own family and this is amazing.
That's an amazing update. Oh, Malgorzata. Thanks, man. Thanks for being so patient. She was so patient. And when I came back and said, "Can we do another interview, please?" and a follow up because it had been a year later, she is the real deal, man. And I just appreciate her sharing all of that raw vulnerability and knowledge, right? So let's take a deep breath for a second, okay? We just heard a mom turn pain into purpose and then scaled it, right? Part 1 was about finding the language at home. And part 2 shows what happens when the language moves into classrooms and even systems, right? So here's what I think matters and some of the stuff that stood out to me. So first, real proof that momentum is possible, right? Like a brand new film is being sent to schools across Poland under the Ministry of Health. Like that's prevention and education at a national scale, right? Not blame. Second, pros are listening. Like Malgorzata was invited onto the scientific research committee for the international conference that they were holding in Krakow, even moderating and scoring research-based abstracts. Like that's not just Facebook advocacy, man. That's in the room where decisions are getting shaped, right? Now the tools that you can borrow. If you want to stop symptom punishment fast, show it. The umbrella activity that makes the hidden disability visible in 60 seconds. And then the chin and the cheek demo shows that kids copy what we do and not what we say. And that's why modeling is so huge for our loved ones on the spectrum. And then pair that with the flu analogy. I use that one all the time. And you have a starter kit for any staff room, IEP. Try it out this week, man. Real life training works. She ran a 2-day foster caregiver training with just 10 people, but like a small room, but that has a big impact, right? It really does. And then on the home front, man, her son visited his birth mother's grave and then chose to meet his siblings and now spends holidays with them. Like, that's both grief and love living in the same house. And if you're walking anything like that, dudes, you're not alone. You can honor loss, support brave steps, and keep everyone regulated and safe. It's not easy because you're carrying a lot, right? So here's a little bit of a reframe. You do not have to be everywhere. You do not have to clone yourself. You model, you seed the right language, and you bring one tool to a room at a time. That's how systems change. This is how trajectories change. And this is how outcomes change, man. So bring it in, dude. If today stirred up like grief or some imposter voice because you want to do great things, or you want to be able to stop meltdowns, or you want to be able to have better days, but you feel like you're failing and every decision you make is going to be worse. No, dude, no, you are showing up. You are not failing. You tell that imposter voice, tell it to shut up. I have to all the time, right? And we could do this. And it does take one day at a time, like one stubborn, loving day at a time. And that's how change happens. So hopefully you're learning the words, you're learning the tools. And then, of course, you have a community that gets it, right? You can go to our Facebook group, facebook.com/group/FASD forever. That's a free community for you. You could join. Just look on Facebook. Whether you want to be in our community or not, just join a community, right? Join one that gets it. And slowly, as your words improve, so does your argument, and you get better, and you feel better, and you do better because you're fucking awesome, all right? So do me a favor, have a kick-ass week, dude. One day at a time, 5 minutes at a time, whatever it takes at a time. I appreciate you. If you have any comments or concerns or questions, you can email myself, Jeff@FASDsuccess.com. And if I'm going to see you in Alberta, can't wait, bud. Can't wait. Okay, until next week. We'll talk to you then. I love you. Bye.